right? There's no reason to cry about it, but it was taken. We weren't involved. And here you sit now with your public lands. An attempt to take it without your involvement. What I hope you learn, and what we try to teach you, is you need to speak up. You need to stand for what you believe. But you also need to understand this land doesn't belong to none of us. Our mentality is we're caretakers of it for the generations to come. And I think you as citizens, who participate in rock climbing or mountain biking, whatever your endeavor is, need to remember one of the rules we had as Native people. Never take from it more than you need. Leave it in a better condition than when you found it. But at the same time, though, things will change. I mean, the world's changing all the time. Just this week they celebrated, when the Mormon pioneers showed up here. And it's funny that when they got here, they said, look at this. Well, we were already here. There's probably a reason why. It provided for us, and now it provides for them. So in this whole discussion, I hope you don't lose sight of what this is about. You only get one Earth. Unless you got a spaceship and can go somewhere else, you better take care of what you got. Also, I want to acknowledge the Bears Ears Coalition and the Utah Diné Bekeya group. Our fight is over the monument, Bears Ears. And what's funny about Bears Ears is it's a man-made fight because somebody thought they were left out. And here sat an Indian tribe who basically, because they were left out, used their authority to basically petition the President of the United States and to stand on a law that's been in existence since Mr. Roosevelt. And what's crazy is, imagine if he didn't do what they did back then. The Salt Flats, Zions, Devil's Tower, Yellowstone. What if they could have developed all of that? What would you have? And that's what public lands is. It's the buffer. This is still the wild, this is still nature, this is still what it should look like, and this city is what we made it look like. And so you have to have a balance of both. I'm not telling you to go out and live in no tents, live off the land, but I am telling you, you need to protect them the best you can, like we do as tribes. The Ute Tribe, for instance, and a lot of you guys know this state's named after us. Cool, huh? I said, it's funny, they name everything after us, but they don't even know what we look like when we walk through the door. But what we can tell you is, it's not just a Ute Tribe issue. It's a Navajo issue, it's a Shoshone issue, it's a Goshute issue, it's a Paiute issue. It's all the Native American tribes across America, because public lands are within them boundaries. And the thing of public lands are, reservations aren't public land. There's a misconception just because the federal government has a title that some lands belong to them. So as you are out there traversing public lands, doing what you like to do, and if you come across them reservations, what I encourage you to do is go talk to them tribes. Ask them. Most tribes are willing to reach out to you and teach you things that are of cultural significance, things you shouldn't do. That way we don't have confrontation. And that's kind of the situation that happens now with this debate over public lands. It would have been nice to just have conversation. I read the polls quite a bit. It says that a certain percent of Utah is against the monument. My question to them is, When did Utah own it? And sometimes when we talk to you, I think you assume that we're mad. Well, we're not mad. Them days, they're over. We don't need to get mad no more. What we've gotten is educated. Most of us tribes are well developed in cultural significance as far as archaeology. A lot of us tribes deal in oil and gas development, which isn't a bad word if done properly. We do conservation. We do a lot of things. So my invitation was to the state of Utah. Why don't you talk to the first owners, the first naturalists? Learn from us. We've seen what it was, we've seen what you made it become, and maybe we can help you solve some of the answers of how to manage it going forward. But, I'm not here to give you a long-winded speech. But I do thank every one of you who walked from the salt house up to here. It's quite the little trek, At least there's no ambulances on the way. But I will let you know the Ute Tribe will always defend the rights and sovereignty of Native American tribes. And that's why we stand with Bears Ears, and we stand to protect any public lands within the state of Utah, as well as our Aboriginal lands in Colorado and throughout the United States. So with that, thank you, and I hope you guys have a good day.
Hello, Salt Lake City! Yeah! My name's Adam Kramer. I lead the Outdoor Alliance. We bring kayakers, mountain bikers, climbers.